Yo, welcome back. It's Guido and Tactics Talk. On this episode, it is moi in my Type 59, my Type 59 Chinese Tier 8 premium tank, scraping on a KV-85. We are on Karelia on the attack, so it's in assault mode. We're on the attack. I spawned into that north spawn, and I'm headed up to the northeast hill. Top tier in a 357, so I know right off the bat that I have got to force the situation and make something happen, because I'm top tier and it is assault, and it is difficult sometimes to drag the rest of your teammates forward. You know, obviously sometimes you get aggressive teammates and everyone works out, no problem, but what I find more often than that is I have to initiate the aggression to get them to follow up. So we're going to come on up here, see what we can find. I like to get up to this bush up here and maybe get a free shot, but oh, I find a T-34-85M. Try to keep my front armor to him, spin around. He gets a shot on me, there we go, and ooh, somebody nuked him. The Carnarvon takes him down, and we're down one tier 6 enemy tank. Probably moved up here way too fast. This was probably a timing shot that I'm about to eat right here, there you go. Or I was lit that whole time, but more than likely I'd gone dark. But he saw me moving towards it and took that shot, so I need to be more careful. That's something to think about when you move into a bush after you were just lit. Some people might just take that timing shot. KV-3 comes up to where he's going to start proxy lighting me, so I can't sit there. There it is. So I'm going to dive back down to this rock. There's one artillery. Try to make him forget. But we know we've got the IS-3, which is probably one of the biggest threats that they have right here. I've got a decent crowd up here, but I need to change this fight if I can. It looks like, based on the amount of spotting that my team's doing, that they didn't bring anybody else up with him. So I'm going to actually dive down here. Get spotted, and holy cow, there's a bloody KV-2 right there. Amazing. Now I made a move early, so it's not, I said amazing, it's not that surprising that there would be a KV-2 there. Try to sneak a shot on the IS-3, and I actually do it. He's a little irritated, moves back. I take a hit in the side, but I don't take any damage. That was lucky. The 1:30 p.m. actually bounced. There, that little V right there, while this is a pretty good spot, I'll get proxy lit when I get here. And that little V allows shots by all the campers, all these clowns sitting back here. Pretty standard act. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get rid of the IS-3, and he's turning around my way. And I did not aim at him. I thought I might get a shot on the KV-2. He actually gets a shot, ammo racks me. Down goes the KV-2, so not a great sequence for me, but I'm able to take this position. And now I'm just going to dive down. You can get shots on them from this ramp down here on people like the IS-3. Probably should have stayed there and helped them dig him out, but if he tucks up in there, kind of like he's doing right there, I won't have any shots. I'm just sort of waiting for him. Maybe I can get one as he sneaks out here. There he is. There's a little damage into him. I'll back up. And unfortunately, we don't kill him. And you see the KV-85 goes down, and the IS-3 is still alive. And that's the danger of what I did here, moving forward like this. We're taking some down, and they actually did really well down in the southwest, so that was a big part of what happens here. And now I sort of ignored the IS-3, much to my dismay here, because he actually pops out and puts a big hit on me. So he drops 358. I'm kind of lucky he got a big low roll. And then here comes the first of the fun. Come at me, bro. The IS-2 decides that he cannot have me in here lighting guys and spotting, so I have to be removed from this area, which he's right. I miss. We both miss, actually. I drive up on the hill like a clown, and he gets down in this pit, and now I'm going to start working his gun depression problems a little bit here. Kind of push into him. He bounces off of my turret right there. There's a shot into him right there. Just trying to keep him from shooting into my lower plate. Another shot into him. Oh, geez, now he's got me on the side, and that is not ideal. I'm able to get back a little bit there. Force him to shoot into the turret. He's looking for the hatch if he can get to it. Another shot into him. I don't know if I got his... There we go. Now he shoots. Doesn't get anything. And I'll just back up, but he wisely comes at me, and I'll go right into the vision slit. And you can see that... Oh, boy. Now there's another one. Now there's another one. He's smacking me. He's got the small gun, which is fortunate, because a couple hits from that bigger 248 Alpha one might have put me down. And he's having the same trouble trying to get through my armor and my turret. And guess what? That IS-3 is still alive. And I'm looking at the minimap going, man, if he comes down here, I'm in trouble. I actually bounce on a bad angle. He wisely tries to get around me. I'll back up to make some separation so I can get the front of my tank towards him. And then I'm able to kill him inside. And holy cow, now there's another one. Shoot the Hellcat. He misses, gets artied, and exploded. And fortunately, we're able to kill the IS-3, and that doesn't cost us, which it very well could have. The Carnarvon takes them down, and now we push in. They've got a 100% Su-130 PM. That's the new Russian. Tier 8 Premium TD. M6. Do a little jog to the left to make it harder for him to hit me. Shoot at the 150 on the run because I need to cover up against those two. If I can put this rock here between those two, then I can isolate the M6, and I'm only fighting one guy at once, or one guy at a time, which is always good. It'll bounce off. That looks like that one, the ground. Keep pushing the M6. He can be trouble. Another bounce or hit into a rock, and I just sort of come around the edge. He's not doing that very wisely. I'll shift away from him. Doesn't get a shot until later, and then that bounces off the side armor. Now I'm just going to come at him, and I'm looking to get in here and hug him, maybe ram him. Hey, look at that little ram kill. And we got an artillery. Put a shot onto him, but I'm not going to get another shot. There are already misses, and the Scorpion, I believe, comes around and nukes him, and we come out with 4,408 damage, 2,000 blocked, and 299 assist for a win on assault with an aggressive push into a position. Passing the IS-3 I thought was a good idea initially, but as it turned out, would have been better, I think, to make sure we got rid of him. I may have been able to preserve a couple of those other tanks with us, vice letting all the campers back there have shots on them while they attempted to figure out how to get rid of the IS-3. Pretty funny sequence. With one at a time they come at me. All three of them died. Had any two of them come at me, more than likely they take me out. But that is the danger of pushing at people with one tank at a time, especially if they're a decent player. And of course the Type 59 is built for that kind of fight. It really does excel in those little brawls like that where it can face hug things that aren't absolutely pummeling it. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and we will see you.